To use your mail app, search for the little blue symbol with an envelope on it, or pull down on your screen and type in MAIL. When you open up there, you can have multiple inboxes here by pressing the back on the top left hand side. I'm working within the student inbox today. So when you want to create a new email, the button you're looking for is on the top right here. It's a square with a little pencil in it, and you get a pop-up called New Message. Where it says to, you're typing the email address. So this is the part that you have to be incredibly careful when you're spelling, because if you don't spell it correctly, it either won't go to the correct person or it will keep bouncing back and say the mail is wrong. The subject should be 2 or 3 words describing what the email is. It's like a little title. So this is a test email and that's my subject. The main body then under here is where you type your main message. So you should have a Dear Mrs. Matthews and whatever the problem is, and you describe it. Then you should sign off your email. So regards or thank you. If you wish to attach something to the email, if you tap in the email, usually under your signature is the best place. If you're attaching on your iPad, you look at your keyboard. So on the top right hand side of your keyboard, you see a little camera button and you see a document button. So you can tap the camera button and that will allow you to pick a picture from your library or to take a photo, which you can then attach to the email. Or you can tap on the document button, which will allow you to add a document. Or if you're sending a couple of pages of something, you could use the scan document option, which will attach it to the email. Equally, if you're doing something where drawing will be easier, you can tap on the draw and you can draw. So if you're sending a maths problem, for example, you might say the x plus y equals 2 and you don't know what you're doing next. You can press done and you can insert the drawing. And now when we look at our email, we have our email and we have this little drawing at the bottom. The last thing you want to do is you want to hit the arrow, the blue arrow on the right hand side to send it. You also have an option to pause. So for example, say you've started the email and then you realize actually I need to go and do more work. You can press cancel and then save the draft of the email. Okay, so to send, we click the blue button over here on the right hand side. But let's say I want to pause and I'm going to save the draft of the email. Where do I find that then? Well, then I have to use the left hand side of my screen. The left hand side of my screen shows my inbox and it shows the 2 emails that I've had for this particular email address because it's just a test email account. All your emails will be here. If I go back out here to my account, you can now see there's an inbox, a draft, sent, junk, bin, all of those things. So if I go look at my draft emails, here's the email that we were writing. So you can simply click on it and it reopens it again for you and you can now send it. You can see the little loading symbol up on the top right hand side. So you can see this didn't send, but that's just because I have no internet properly here. If you try to send something and it gets stuck sending, always come back and check later to see did it go into your sent items. These little 3 lines here at the bottom are really handy, particularly if you're someone who gets a lot of emails. You can press that to find the unread emails, the ones you haven't specifically read. The last thing is, how do you delete emails or archive them so that they're not in your email? So for example, I get a lot of notifications from Google Classroom, like lots and lots and lots and lots of them. I don't want to stop them coming in because I do want to get the notification, but I don't want them in my inbox so that I can't see anything. So to remove something or archive it, you drag the email you want to move to the left. Now, if I stop at that point, it'll show me archive or flag. Flag is something you use if you want to follow up with it. So say I'm talking to you about doing something with your iPad or fixing something. So you might flag that so that you remember to do it later. But most of the time what you'll be doing is archiving. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can drag a little bit and then tap archive, or you can just drag the whole way over and that automatically archives, and now there's nothing visible in my account because they're both gone to archives. So hopefully that gives you a quick rundown on what your email is. It is important you stay on top of your email and you keep an eye on it, but also equally important, archive anything that you don't need to be seeing all the time. All right?